Hey parents, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. Hopefully you're staying safe, you're healthy, and in this time you're somewhat sane. This video is mainly about the APUSH test on May 15th. I've already given you one update. I'd just like to follow up with another update. And you'll probably get another annoying video from me and hear my voice a third time as well. Just want to remind all parents also that we are having classes too online, that biology, English 3, their math and their sociology classes they're taking at NC State, they are, they need to keep up with them. Make sure they're scheduling some time, set aside some time, nag them about getting stuff done and getting work in and completed that we asked and request of you during this time. I also want to really reiterate right now, this is an update about the APUSH test May 15th, but I know, and I'm definitely kind of concerned about if parents, families, people are going through situations that they need to, right now the APUSH test for your son or daughter is not the priority on this day and this time. I understand that. We have a saying here at STEM, family is first. So I really don't think that I'm beating you over the head about test when you're going through something that I may not be aware of, but you're going through with it and it's not a priority at this time. Let me just emphasize, and I've said it before in the first video to you, that I understand, the school understands those kinds of challenges that you may be facing. And I also understand that students may not let me know of some of those things because they like to be brave, they like to be courageous, they don't like to, say what maybe situations going on. Please let me know if you don't think they've contacted me and say, hey, and I don't need to know details. I do not need to know details. It may be as simple as saying like, Mr. Price, right now this is, things are going on here and like that, and I don't know if, my son or daughter is able to take the test May 15th. That's good enough. I don't need to know about personal things. It's good enough for me. These are exceptional times and I'm trying to be as sympathetic as possible and, because of what we're going through. Now, let me just say that if you think your son or daughter is, mentally healthy as best they can be without, fighting their siblings or quarreling at this time because we are kind of contained. If, they are okay, and you feel like they're physically okay at this day of 4/22, then I'm trying to emphasize to you that I think they have an opportune time to pass this test. This test is probably going to be in the easiest format of ever that I've kind of taught this class. And I even taught the class back in the old days when I used to tell the kids when it used to be really, really tough, back in the early 2000s. So they have 45 minutes. It's an online test. And get this, parents, they can use their notes. They can have open tabs. It's not a lockdown browser. That's right, it's not a lockdown browser. They can do their typing of their essay, and they can have spell check, Grammarly, they can have a few notes out. I've been telling the students though, I've been making videos like 3 times a week or 4 times a week, emphasizing them, they're not going to have like, a Bible full of notes. They're not going to have 15 tabs in Google. They have 45 minutes. And I've been emphasizing that. And all of us here, that if you have 45 minutes and you're under pressure, your brain you're not the smartest person during that time. So they don't need to be distracted. They're going to organize notes. They're going to have a few things out, but they can use them. And they can get their spell check instantly on there. They can even use Grammarly if they have the time. 45 minutes to do the test, 5 minutes to upload the test on there. So that's going to be that. The format is pretty easy. I do want to say that if you think the students are doing anything about, I want to really warn them about cheating. Cheating comes in different ways. Somebody's taking the test for you. They're going to have some kind of, typing software to make sure that you're not. Or, students are very creative. They're very smart. and they don't need to be on a speakerphone with somebody. They don't be on a shared Google Doc. They don't need to have one or two people there, the professors from MIT, helping them on this essay right there in the room with them. So please be very aware and kind of forewarn them about any types of things about doing an essay collaboratively or trying to, and they're not doing it alone and they're the one that is actually doing the essay. This could really hurt them for their future college choices, as the College Board will inform their kind of colleges that they're applying to that they cheated on the APUSH test. It's no need. They've worked hard. They know a lot of this material, and they're continuously working hard right now. The students are like, doing assignments for them right now that they're going to, get ready for this test. I said that we're going to focus more on the test in another week, and actually 2 full weeks that, they can contact me. We're going to do this together. So please keep that in mind. One thing I want to emphasize too, it's hard for them to check emails, but any email they see from the College Board, and that's the one that from Princeton that puts out all the AP tests, they need to open all those mails. Sometimes they're not as conducive to the test, but many times they tell them, hey, this is what we're going to do. They're supposed to be sending out instructions what to do on that day, and they're supposed to get practice on what to do that day, and they can see what it's about. It's kind of like the North Carolina state exams at the end of the year. They kind of like have them sign on, practice, knowing that again, they're ready to go on that day, and it will give them updates. Tell them to not only check the emails from the teachers, check all the emails from the College Board. They will not do it. You will have to nag them about this because they feel like it's not important or what to do, but it's very, very important. I will be nagging them too with a reminder, open all emails from the College Board. I really appreciate that they would do that for sure. The day of the test on May 15th at 1:30 is when they're going to really open up at the time before it starts at 2. Please, parents, if you can, and I know sometimes homes can be challenging if there are, a lot of family members, or maybe you don't live like in a Tom Brady mansion or something, and you don't have a place for your son or daughter to take the test, but try to have a quiet, secluded place for them. Try to have the household as quiet as possible for that 50 minutes, 45 minutes to take the test, 5 minutes to upload. And please do not be there asking them, can I help you? Can I help you or anything? Unless they request something to hand them something or do something for them. Please do not do that. I will be sending you another annoying video to update you again to remind some of these reminders. So I know I can, seeing my fat face or listening to me like, this is what you want at the time. Up here is the schedule that I annotate these videos to get the important stuff in here, so to kind of reminders of what's going to happen that day. And this is from Marco Learning, but that's what they're going to be doing on that day. So I really would appreciate that if you will concentrate on making sure they are in a good space, good spot. Technology is working. It should be powered up. And you have to remind our, kiddies that, about hey, today's a day, make sure your technology does not fail you on that day. Just want to remind you too, if it does happen, they have a makeup day on June 3rd starting at 12 o'clock. Let me know as soon as possible if there were some technical difficulties, and me and Mr. Haymo will recommend that they can make up the test. But make sure they're ready for the test May 15th. That's where their minds and brains will be best prepared is for that day. All things considering, situations at home, situations with the environment that are okay, I really would like for them to take the test. I really would like them to get college credit if they pass on this test. I think that might be it because I probably gabbed enough if you made it this far. I miss the STEM students. I miss the STEM parents. I miss the whole STEM school situation, and I know that you miss that kind of part of their lives too as well. I wish the best for all of you, and I wish hopefully Again, I cannot say enough about your health, and at this point, as I said at the beginning of the video, your sanity. Love you all. Take it easy. Have a great day. Have a great week, and I will send you another annoying video later on.